My work at the archive mainly entails the acquisition and curation of feature films. But one other genre that falls into my remit, and that I really enjoy working with, is the home movies of industry folk, either featuring them or shot by them. Here's a taster of the home movie I've chosen as my personal archive highlight. It's taken on the set of a film, so see if you can recognise the film and guess whose collection it comes from. Give yourself 10 points if you identified the film as The Mad Woman of Shiloh, directed by Bryan Forbes in 1969. It's an American film, but of course Bryan Forbes was a British director. An East End boy, he went to grammar school, then won a scholarship to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, where they ironed out his Cockney accent. During the 1950s, he was a busy actor, appearing in films like The Small Back Room and As Seen Here and Inspector Calls. He was also in the classic heist film The League of Gentlemen, and I found this wonderful still in our collection taken during the shoot, showing that the film must have been as fun to make as it is to watch. Bryan Forbes also discovered a talent for screenwriting, and when he and Richard Attenborough started their own production company, Bryan won a BAFTA for the screenplay of their first film, The Angry Silence, about a strikebreaker sent to Coventry by his co-workers. Moving into direction, Forbes brought to the screen some quintessential British films, such as Whistle Down the Wind starring Hayley Mills, surely the best film about childhood innocence ever made, The L-Shaped Room, a poignant drama of a young woman alone in London, the star-studded anarchic comedy The Wrong Box, and his lavish version of the Cinderella story, The Slipper and the Rose. As head of EMI MGM Studios at Elstree, Bryan Forbes produced classics like The Railway Children and The Go-Between. And he demonstrated a real talent for honest and astute explorations of difficult subjects like unmarried motherhood, old age, mental illness, and physical disability. Bryan was a great believer in shooting on location, and wherever he went, he took his 16mm home movie camera with him. Many of his personal films feature the stars who became family friends. Peter Sellers and Britt Ekland, Ringo Starr, Katharine Hepburn, and Elton John all visited his Surrey home. And it was there that I had the great pleasure of meeting Bryan Forbes in 2012, when myself and a colleague drove out to acquire his collection. Set in a beautiful garden, the house was of a fabulously eccentric design, with unexpected rooms and concealed cupboards, one of which was stacked full of film cans, including 50 reels of home movies. This one is entitled Bryan Forbes Home Movie No. 43 and is available to view on BFI Player. It shows the stars of The Mad Woman of Shiloh posing for a photo on the set built at La Victorine Studios in Nice. The film was originally to be directed by John Huston, but Bryan Forbes was drafted in to replace him at the last minute. Among a truly incredible cast, you may spot Katharine Hepburn, Yul Brynner, Donald Pleasance, Oscar Homolka, Forbes' wife Nanette Newman, Charles Boyer, Danny Kaye, Paul Heinrich, John Gavin, Giulietta Mazzina, and Margaret Leighton. And what I love about these films is their complete contrast to the material I usually work with, the polished feature films that are carefully scripted, painstakingly lit and set up, meticulously cut and scored. Home movies, on the other hand, are spontaneous, unedited, and often silent. They record more intimate moments and show a less poised, more informal side of their stars, when the mask falls and the pose relaxes. They also reveal a hidden side of the filmmaking process. What happens behind and between the scenes edited together in the final cut. The long periods of waiting for technicians to set up, but also the camaraderie between cast and crew, who become almost a family for the duration of the production. Nanette Newman recalled to me how in the evenings everyone would congregate at a restaurant where Danny Kaye would take over the kitchen and cook for them all. Viewing and cataloguing his home movie collection gave me a privileged insight into Bryan Forbes, both as a filmmaker and as a person. One of the most precious parts of my job is meeting the people behind the films, and my encounter with Bryan Forbes is a treasured memory.